ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। We are in the 10th chapter called Vibhuti Yoga. In which Shatakam does it come, children? Pratama Shatkam, Madhyama Shatkam, or Antima Shatkam?
Sir, Madhyama Shatakam.
Madhyama Shatkam. And in Madhyama Shatkam talks about Lord. So, in this Shatakam, Bhakti, devotion is highlighted. And especially in 10th chapter, it is highlighted in various ways. Vibhuti itself means glory of God, or like a stamp. Like India has so many stamps. Similarly, other countries have stamps. Or a nation's flag. We also know that nation symbolizes with the flag. Forms or symbol. This all means vibhuti. So here we are talking about Lord's vibhuti, Swam Vishnu's vibhuti. Now, to understand this, first let us understand what is a cause and what is an effect. This child who is playing, this or other child who is playing with something, they are making small toys or crafts. What do you think? What is the medium used? What is the cause? In the left side, a paper is used, and different effects are given to form different shapes. Similarly, here clay is used, and she is forming different dolls or toys, right? So to have an effect, there should be some cause. This is what is understanding, right? Like Naina is caused because Naina's parents were there, right? Naina's parents are there because their parents are there. So there is a cause, there is a effect, right? Now, if we know that there is bangles, gold bangles, they are made up of liquid, right? So what is the cause and what is the effect here?
They're made of liquid, which is like medicated for
That is
heart.
the cause. So the goldsmith will use the pure gold, liquefy it, and shape it in different ornaments like gold. So, what is the cause here and what is the effect? Is it difficult?
Just burning it.
What? Anvit?
It is making like shapes.
Yes. So, the cause for the ornaments is gold, right?
Mm.
Now, same way, a chalk is formed from calcium carbonate or whatever it is. So, for anything in this world, there is a cause, and then the things in the world is formed. But what we learned so far that God, when it formed the world, there was no material he used, like this child used some kind of material. So what did God use it? What did God use to make the world? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, Om Tat Sataha.
I can't hear you.
Sir, Om Tat Sat, these three words.
Yes. So that means he made through himself everything, right? So God, if you people, some people will say, who is the creator for God? There is no creator for God. This is what we have learned so far. God himself says, if you try to find a trace myself, you will not get anything because before anything was created, he himself was there. So no one has seen who has created Lord Vishnu. This is what we have seen. And whenever the Like we saw, there should be something to create something. But when God only has created us through nothing, through Himself, like a spider weaves the web through Himself. So then God's God's part is in each one of us, and anything around us, there is part of God only. Now, this is difficult to understand, but those who understand this knowledge, they would be always happy because they will see God in each one of you. It may be a friend, it may be an enemy, it may be a good thing, a bad thing, a good color, bad color. They don't have any differentiation. They don't have any likes or dislikes. There is vegetable, there is a salad, there is a ice cream. They take everything equally. Children, they don't have likings for only maths or science because God is in everything. Every subject is God. So they will enjoy each subject equally. And then once the children understand each subject well, they study well, they will be happy because they will get marks in each subject. So God is always there in each of us and everything around us. This is the understanding, right? This is difficult to understand because how can we see God in someone who is bullying us or fighting with us, right? It's difficult, right? In the class also, there will be very good friends, the best friends. There will be, you cannot see equally in each God, but this understanding, when it comes, you will be always happy. And once God also says in the last few verses, those people who will always see God in everything ultimately reach to God. Means what? They will get moksha, they'll get freedom. And when such people are living with God loving nature, they will, in fact, in every work they do, they will do with divinity 100% and they will do it for God. In the last verse, we saw that this lighting of a lamp to remove the darkness, the ignorance, is nothing but God's own creation. God has given this, like a sun is given for all of us in the universe to take out all the darkness. And when sun is not there, night will fall and darkness will fall. That time we light our electrical lamp. But God has given this sun in the form of, continuous light for us. Similarly, in our mind also, if we keep this knowledge that is lit by God Himself, this knowledge is passed from right from sun god to the Kshatriyas, to the first the Rishis, then so many Deva Devatas, Kshatriyas, then Krishna, Arjuna, and through this Krishna Arjuna Samvada dialogue, it is passed to us. So, this is what the knowledge is talked about, lighting the lamp of knowledge, which will remove the darkness within all of us. For this, you saw the example people who are very clever, intelligent, they take a job of finding not what is mundane and seen all around us, but even they go into the space or they dive deep in the deepest ocean to see what is God's creation. But the knowledge, if you have, God is like the substratum, adhara, and whatever you can't see, which is like a tree, you can't see the roots. So the roots sustains the tree. That's why whatever universe you are in, children, wherever you are, the world, which part of the world, which part of the state, it is all sustained by God Himself. Because He created you, me, each one of us, our teacher, parents, through Himself. So His part, which is within us, is called Jivatma, and He Himself is called Paramatma. Okay? With this, if Darshan is there, we will take a nice story of Mirabai if Darshan is around. If not, we will skip it and we'll go to the today's verse. Anvit, you are there, right? Can you chant for us and then explain it to us?
Connection. Ahush. Hari Om everyone. I'm going to tell 10.13th word.
Yes.
Ahustvam ऋषयः सर्वे
Ahusatvam
ऋषयः
rushayas
सर्वे
sarve
देवर्षिर्नारदस्तताः
devarshinardastataha
असितो देवलो व्यासः
asita devalo vyasaha
स्वयं
sorry
चैव ब्रवीषि मे
स्वयं
swayam
चैव
chaiva
प्रविशि मे
bravishi me.
Arjuna said, "You are the supreme personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode of the present of absolute truth. You are the consider of the world." The meaning is Krishna says that Arjuna says that Krishna is the creator of the world.
Anvit, just read this. What is there on the slide?
Okay. The great sages like Narada, Asit, Deval, and Vyasas proclaimed this, and now you are declaring it to me yourself.
Means what you have to
So Arjuna is talking about great sages like Narada and Vyasa have explained before the God, and Paramatma is formless. Now he is saying that he has understood and has got confirmation because God himself is saying that in his front, front of his own eyes.
means what we have to explain now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anvit. So from now, after God has already explained that there is no beginning for God, and God can be seen in so many different ways and forms. But that is not the real God. You can see a tree, the branches, fruits, leaves, the flowers, and the animals or birds and butterflies sitting on them. But the real roots will be always hidden. Similarly, God cannot be seen in any forms. It has to be seen through a different kind of drishti or called Divya Chakshu, which will come in the 11th chapter. But in this chapter, God has given the brief about, in the last few classes, we saw who is the biggest devotee of God, who sees God everywhere. And then the devotee below it is God who is seeing God in only one or two forms. And some people, they only believe in one typical form. So again, we have seen different types of devotees or bhaktas, but God says, now Arjuna asks God that you please let me know how many vibhutis or how many different kind of forms you have. Those already Narada, Deval, all these sages already know about you. But please explain me, like if you have any work to do from your mother or father, you directly go and don't go and ask. They might say no. You will see the timings, then you will try to put maska. So that's how Arjuna is applying maska to Krishna. So whenever you want something from someone, you try to be very polite and ask by praising that person. So this few verses, Arjuna is praising Krishna. So we go 14th verse. Please chant after me. सर्वम् एतद् ऋतं मन्ये
सर्वम् एतदृतं मन्ये
येन्मां वदसि केशवा
Nimani one
ये
man
मां वदसि केशवना
न हि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिम्
नहि ते भगवन्त व्यक्तिम्
विदुर्देवा न दानवाः
विदुर्देवान
दानवाः.
दानवाः.
So here again to plead, to ask his glory, Krishna, Arjuna is asking Krishna, oh Krishna, I totally accept everything you have told me till now, and it is as a truth. O Lord, neither gods nor the demons, Vidur Deva na Danava, nor the gods nor the demons understood your true personality. How can anyone understand God's true personality? Because, like I told you, if you all the ornaments are different, we are all like different forms of God. But if you take yourself and go to the embryo level, how can anyone see the embryo? Same way, all this, whatever you see, the different forms, they are just Nama and Rupa, just for form's sake to show to the world. But God cannot be seen by this personality. That's what he's telling. He's trying to praise Lord that you cannot be seen. Because finally he's going to ask something. He's going to ask for where are you hidden? That's what he's asking. He's going to come next in the next few verses. So here Arjuna first accepts that all Krishna is saying the truth, ultimate truth, and then says that even the greatest devas and rakshasas can't even know the nature of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Arjuna is accepting and assuring Krishna that he has faith in him. So Akash will tell us the 15th, 10.15th verse. Akash, you are there?
Yes, sir. Hari Om. Vayamevātmanātmānam
स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं
vetatvam purushottama
वेत्तत्वत् तत्त्वं पुरुषोत्तमा
bhūta bhutesha
भूतभावनभूतेश
deva deva jagatpate.
देवदेव जगत्पते.
The literal meaning of this verse is, O Krishna, the creator of all beings, the sustainer of all beings, the God of all gods, and the protector of the universe, you alone know yourself by yourself. Thus, the whole universe consists of only three: matter in tangible form, matter in intangible form, and the consciousness, which is different from both tangible and intangible matter. Tangible matter is called Ksharapurusha. Intangible matter, energy, is intangible matter only, is called Akshara Purusha. And the consciousness is called Uttama Purusha. And Uttama Purusha reversed is Purushottama. Purushottama means the pure consciousness, which is beyond matter. And O Lord, you are not the physical body that I am seeing. Your body is an incidental Vesha, but the real you is nothing but pure consciousness. He Purushottama, Chaitanya Swarupa, Chidrupa, and Bhuta Bhavan. Bhuta means all things and beings in the universe. Bhavana means creator, Srishtikarta. Therefore, Bhuta means Srishti, and Bhavana means Karta. Bhuta Bhavata means Srishtikarta. Bhutani bhavati udap utpadyati iti bhuta bhavam. So you are the fundamental consciousness principle from which alone the matter evolves and creation comes, and ultimately the material creation devolves and dissolves in the consciousness. Therefore, bhutabhav. And bhutesha, not only are you the creator of the world, you are also the controller of the world. It is easy to create something, and thereafterwards you should know how to manage it. Our own children, okay? We do, but we do not know how to handle them. After all, we feel that we should not have had them. Of course, this is the belief and not the truth. We are worried that we may produce something that we may not know how to handle. Therefore, that person who is omnipotent, one who can not only create but can also maintain or manage. And therefore, O Lord, not only you are Srishtikarta, you are also Sthitikarta, the great manager. Then Deva, which word we have seen before. You are the primal God, the Lord of all gods, the controller of even the Devatas, meaning Indra, Varuna, Agni, etc. They control our life, but they themselves are controlled by you. Even Devatas are functioning because of your control. Therefore, you are Deva, Devanam Deva, and Jagatpate. Jagatpati means the protector of the world from those people who try to destroy the world. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam, dharma sansthapanarthaya, sambhavami yuge. Whenever there is a threat to this world, you yourselves find out methods of protecting this world. Therefore, Jagatpate. And why I want everything from you. The reason is given in the first line. Swayamevat manatmanam veta. You alone know yourselves completely. The other people do not know your glory, O Lord. Only you know. So, Swayam Veta. And how did you come to know? Who was your Guru? If Lord requires another Guru, then the question will be, who is his Guru? Therefore, Arjuna says here, Atmana Veta. You know not because of any Guru, but you know by yourself. So Lord was never ignorant to become a Jnani. All other people were Ajnanis. They were born Ajnanis and they struggled. That is why they went to a Guru. They studied repeatedly and at last somehow they became Jnanis. But in the case of Lord, he never was an Ajnan. He was always a Jnani. So you are Sarvajna. Therefore, you know yourself by yourself. And therefore, you are the best person. Please tell me the details. Hari Om. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Akash. And here again in the last three verses, it is all flattering Krishna to tell his vibhutis, the secrets where he is there in this universe. Actually, he is there in each one of us, every part, but still he wants to know where there is more concentration of Bhagavan. Like in Omkara, when you chant Om, there is more power. When you see a Shaligrama, there is much more powerful deity in it. So that's how he wants to take out all the secrets from Vishnu, and that's why he's telling in the last three verses he's praising Lord Vishnu here as the creator, sustainer, and also destroyer. Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. All three are Vishnu's or the ultimate God. Darshil, before we go to the next verse, we'll see the story. Is Darshil there?
Okay.
Yeah, Darshil is going to tell us about Mirabai.
The next slide. Mirabai was a famous saint and great devotee of Lord Krishna. Mirabai was born in royal family at Rathore Rajput in 1498 at Kudki, currently Biwar, Rajasthan. Early childhood. Once in childhood, she was in a marriage. She asked her mother, "Who's my bridegroom?" Her mother lovingly directed towards Lord Krishna and said, "He is your bridegroom." Since then, Mirabai developed intense devotion towards Krishna. She considered Krishna as her Lord and husband and started her devotional activities like singing, dancing while thinking about Krishna always. Against her wish, she was forced to marry Raja Bhojraj.
Bhojraj.
Even after marriage, she could not leave her devotional inclinations. She used to mingle with general public and used to sing devotional songs among them and many times forgetting about her surroundings.
Being an art, uh, being an orthodox and royal family, her laws didn't like her behavior. They tried to kill her several times by giving her poison, sending her to snake, but each time she was survived by the grace of God. She has written many poetries and songs for Krishna. Her life was full of suffering, but she never got divided from the path of Krishna Bhakti. Even though she was from a royal family, she never enjoyed luxurious life and later traveled to Vrindavan. There is a temple dedicated to Mirabai in Chittorgarh, Rajasthan. She remained undeterred in spite of hurdles and considered Krishna Bhakti as her ultimate goal of life. In Bhakti of Lord, she traveled to Dwaraka and got blessings from Krishna. Mirabai, Mira's bhajan and life is a living example of extreme bhakti. Although her life story appears to be full of suffering, but inside she was so calm and satisfied as she could meet her Lord ultimately. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshil. So, when you are so full with Lord's devotion, you will ultimately meet Him. Whatever hurdles comes in life, it will not affect you. And that's we have seen in this chapter already. So she is a Uttama Bhakta. Next is Nayana, right? Nayana, over to you.
Yes, my slide. वक्तुम् अर्हस्य अशेषेण
वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या रात्मा विभूतया. Not able.
दिव्याः आतिभूतयाः
दिव्यात्मा विभूतयाः
यभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान्
लोकान्
इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि
यतिष्ठति.
So next slide, please. Arjuna has now understood that Krishna is the supreme being and wants to understand more about him. So in this verse, Sir said that now Arjuna is starting to pray, has already praised Krishna. Now he's asking, you are capable of telling me all your vibhutis in what all forms you are in. So please tell me, I really want to know. So next slide, please. Look at this image. Lots of animals, birds, plants, everything is there. So what Krishna, as all we know and how Sir has explained, in all of this, Lord is there. We need to respect each and every being in this cosmos. Arjuna is now like asking Krishna, like please tell me now, like in this verse Krishna, now Arjuna has asked his question, is telling him, please tell me, I really want to know. So next slide, please. I'm going to tell the story of Bhakt Shironi Salbeg as the best example for this verse. Salbeg was the son of Salbeg was the son of Lal Beg, a Muslim warrior under Aurangzeb, who forcefully who was forcefully married to a Brahmin woman. So Salbeg's story is about his devotion towards Jagannath or Krishna. So Salbeg was the son of Lal Beg. Okay, so now his father was married to a Brahmin woman, and now his after he got when Salbeg was wounded after a war, and like his father just left him in the house and went. So his now his mother was the only one who was there to take care of him. His mom was helping him, and uh, then when his mother was telling stories story of what had happened to him, what had happened previously, she said that her family was a great who believed in Krishna, and she also loved Krishna. So she asked him to meditate on Krishna to heal his wounds. So then Sarbeg, for 15 nights, he was doing Krishna Japa and slept. So and on the 15th day, Krishna appeared in his dream and gave him a and vibhuti in his dream, and asked and told that it's to apply to his wounds. And then in the morning when he woke up, he found the vibhuti which Lord Krishna had given him in the dream in his hand. When he told his mother, his mother said his mother said to do what the Lord had said and apply to his forehead and wounds, and he was cured. He became a bhakta of Krishna and wrote many songs and all. Hey Neela Sheila is one of his favorite songs, which is still sung in Jagannath. So once it seems his dream was to go and see Jagannath Puri's Yatra, and in this case he became very late, and he thought to himself, he told the Lord that I really wish that I can see your yatra, but I'll be late by the time I go there. Your Rath Yatra is going to go. As soon as he thought this, um, even before he even put another step, the Jagannath Puri Yatra, which was happening in Jagannath Puri, where it was happening in Puri, stopped, and no one could move no one could move it. Even elephants, everyone tried, but it could not. No one could move it. When Salbeg came, he saw this was happening, and he had darshan of Lord. And as soon as he held the rope to pull it, the ratha started moving. Everyone was surprised that just because of Salbeg touching the rope, it started moving. They all begged Salbeg to stay there. And still, from then till when he died, he was there. He composed many songs, and there is also a place he was buried over there itself, and is that place is now called Bhakta Salbega
Samadhi Pita.
Samadhi.
Pit.
So this is the story of Salbeg. This also shows that Lord does not look at any religion, caste, or anything. He just cares of the bhakti you give to him. Thank you, Sachin sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Excellent. So here again, Krishna's glory. This is what Arjuna wants to know. This was Anand's verse. Let us chant because Anand is not feeling well. We will chant it. Katham vidyamaham yogim
Katam
tvam
Vidyana Yohin.
yogim tvam sada parichintayan
Kasaryatrayin
parichintayan keshu keshu cha bhaveshu
केषु केषु च भावेषु
Andala Madana, what type of song?
चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया
चिन्त्योऽसि भगवान् मया
So in this verse, Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna to give him an exhaustive list of objects, and by meditating upon which he can realize the true nature of Lord. Okay, this is the again he wants to know right from the highest form to the very small form of Lord. Okay, in this picture you see the biggest animal, elephant or whale, even big. In which form you are, to the small cockroach in your house. In each one of this, Lord is available. Only thing is, you have to have an attitude to see God in each of the things. What do you do when cockroach is seen? You first run away from it. But yes, Darshan, you do something different.
Sir, I actually have a question.
What question do you have?
Are garden also an insect?
God is there in each one of insects, in us, everywhere. In the same form. Okay? Because I think you were not there in the beginning. I said God is the cause and the effect. Means if you are making a clay toy, you require some material, right? Clay. And to make the toy. So when it is done, anyone can tell this toy is made up of clay. But when this universe was made, there was no material available for God. So he made through himself. Do you know the story of how Parvati made Ganesha initially? Anyone?
Me.
Yes, Darshil. How did Parvati make Ganesha? How did she make Ganesha?
She made Ganesha by using dirt and made a sculpture using clay and dirt and made a sculpture of Ganesha and put her hand in it, put her hand and gave a blessing, so he came.
Correct. One more person has raised the hand. Swastik.
Sir, she had used the I think powder from her body.
Hmm.
So the saffron powder from her body
Hmm.
to like mold together his body, and then using her power, she was able to like bring him into existence.
Yes, yes. Pragnya, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think she used the turmeric powder from her body,
Yes.
which, as Swastik said, she molded into Ganesh.
Yes. So he was born through Parvati. So we are all like that born, each one of us, our parents, their parents, the stars, the galaxies, everything is born through Bhagwan. So as he asked very rightly, Darshil, is there any insect has God? Yes. Not even insects. The table, chair, the chalk, pencil, pen, everything has God. So what we should do, we should respect each one of these things. Arjuna knows his limited mind and sense organs cannot perceive the infinite God. Hence, he asked for a list of concrete, finite symbols. Alambanam is what we call. Like, when you see a cow, we know there are 33 crores of Devi Devata in the cow. So it is an alambanam. If you see these symbols, swastik or the chakra or a bindi, it represents something, right? So alambanam means symbols. So he wants to see this alambanam of Lord in different forms, which will be described in the coming verses. What is the benefit of understanding all this? The benefit is once you know that there is a God which is formless, but how can you see something which is not having any form? Okay. So first you start seeing God in forms, like different forms. You cannot say God is only in this form. Because I like Ganapati, I can't say there is no God in Vishnu or Parvati or Shiva. God is in everywhere, every form. So you get a bhakti. That bhakti is Ekarupa bhakti. Then Aneka Rupa bhakti will develop. Even in every small thing around you, you will see God. Aneka Rupa bhakti. And finally, Arupa or Ishvara bhakti means you know that God is within you too. Therefore, Arjuna's question is fundamentally constantly meditating upon your Saguna form. How can I come to know your Nirguna? Now, this is very difficult, Saguna, Nirguna. But first, you have to have something to feel, touch, see, smell, because that is how yourself is going to understand what is God. Once you understand that, you cannot touch, see self inside you where God is hidden. That has to be experienced, understood. So first Saguna or outside Bhakti, then Nirguna within us. And to conclude, just as we naturally see gold in gold bangles or ornaments and clay in clay objects, we must train our minds. This word training is very important to see God in everything. So next time, Darshil, you see a small insect or a small tiny mini worm, do not uh, kill it or harm it because God is there in that worm also. This is not a mechanical chance driven world, but it is life body of Vishwarupa Ishvara himself. That's why in every being, in the plants also God is there, in the tree also God is there. So whenever they start cutting the big trees or even small plants, it's very hurting to God himself. And that's why children, when there is deforestation happening all over the world, globe, there is global warming. And that's why the problems of global warming we are facing. Un, Unprecedented rains, then storms, then flooding with droughts. It is extreme of weathers which is happening because people have cut millions of trees and they have lost gallons of water. So when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change themselves from being mundane to divine, ordinary to extraordinary. So with that, we come to the now it's already time. Swastik, you will take your verse next class. It's 8:45.
Sure, sir, no
Before
problem.
before we end, I would request whoever is interested for the next class, please volunteer and raise your hand so I can give the verses to them. Yes, very good. Swastik, you will take another verse next time also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Darshil, Anvit, Tanush, Pragnya. Okay, one. Okay. Pragnya, you will take or you don't want Pragnya? Yes. So let me take a screenshot. Darshil, you are sure to take, right? A verse?
Sir,
Okay, good boy.
at this time let me take a verse.
Very nice, Darshil. Okay, done. Anvit also is taking every time a verse. Very good. If you can't explain, I will explain. Don't worry. So let us end the class by chanting Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti
Shanti,
Shanti
Shanti,
Shanti Hari
Shanti.
Om